Okay, let's take this rather nice 1988, I think, certainly E-registration. Land Rover 90 2.5 turbo diesel 7-seater spec for a spin. Ignition light and all light come up properly. Let's take the immobiliser off. So, starts beautifully. Starts well whether it's hot or cold. Obviously when it's cold it needs a little bit of heat, but it's not cold now. I've just done a few miles on it. A really nice ungot at example, this one all round. Really quite pleasant. Showing 108,000 miles, and we've got substantial service history with it. I think loads of all sorts of bits and bobs and bills, old MOTs and stuff like that. And it's just really, really pleasant. I think it last had its cam belt changed somewhere in the 90,000 mile area from memory. So yeah, starts really nicely. Hot or cold. There's no overheating from the motor at all. Temperature gauge is sitting just at about a quarter at the minute. No hesitancy or anything like that. Being the 2.5 TD, it's got a little bit more pep than the non-turbocharged ones. Clutch is nice. Gearbox is fine. There's no synchro problems or anything like that, or odd noises or jumping out of forward gears or anything like that. It just gets on with the job basically. Only thing I can find, you can't really hear it now when it's now it's warmed up, but just when it's cold there's a very, very faint sort of chuffing and chirruping from the probably from the downpipe to manifold joint. It's not producing sort of quite as tight a joints as it should do. When it's warm like this you can't hear it, obviously as the exhaust is expanded, but just when it's cold it is very faint though. It's certainly not intrusive even when it's hot, but it is there. Speedo's working, fuel gauge's working, temperature gauge, that was just the low fuel warning light that popped up a bit there, so that's obviously working fine. Drivetrain feels solid. If I just let my foot off, there's a little bit of backlash in the transmission. Just feels like it's at the back, either possibly the rear diff could do with a reshim, or possibly a universal joint in the rear prop shaft. But there's no vibrations or anything unpleasant like that. So just a little bit of backlash. But it's pretty minimal. Could just be the A-frame joint actually. So otherwise it nips along really quite pleasantly. Steering's good. I'm not fighting to keep it in a straight line. Heater works. Yeah, you don't get a heavy clonk on lift off, just a sort of very slight dunk, so possibly a slightly worn UJ. Down into second gear synchro is absolutely fine. There we go. Obviously we've got power steering on this one, so it's fairly easy to manoeuvre. It's actually remarkably quiet for these 2.5 TDs. Yeah, overall it's just an exceptionally pleasant Land Rover. Not been messed with, doesn't look as if it's ever been off-roaded or anything. Just looks and drives as if it's been looked after. Pulls away well in third gear there. Lots of torque. Heater works on second speed and first. yeah, impresses me, this one. It's good. Just a thoroughly pleasant vehicle. That's about it. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353, or in the office on 0118 946 3352, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk. We take part exchanges, we take Visa and MasterCard credit cards, ship it anywhere you like. That's about it. End.